Good morning. This is Mr. Russo, your eClass summer school principal, and I'm coming to you live from the Catholic Education Center here at 80 Shepherd Avenue East. I hope that you're all well, and I notice we have about 30 or so people in the conversation live, which is awesome. And I'm coming to you live here at 80 Shepherd Avenue East. I hope that you're all well, and I notice we have about the 30 or so people in the conversation live, which is awesome. So, tried to split my screen there so I can see the chat. So I will try something else. But in the meantime, I'll wait another minute or so, so we can give everyone a chance to join us. Okay. All right, I'm back in. All right, perfect. So again, we've got some people already in the chat, which is awesome. And so what I want to do today was, first of all, acknowledge that we're starting session 2 today. Session 2 starts today officially, and it will basically run until August 14th. And so the other opportunity to mention here is that if you're currently enrolled and active within a Session 1 course, if you choose to register for a Session 2 course, you can up until this Friday. And again, I would do that sooner than later because our spots are definitely limited. And you know, you don't want to wait till Friday because you don't want to fall behind as classes actually begin today. So I know that a lot of you have sent in emails and have responded in terms of, you know, where's my login and so on and so forth. We are trying to assist everyone as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, if you've contacted me directly or if you've contacted eRegister at tcdsb.org, you're basically acknowledging, I know you're very interested in starting, but you're also causing a little bit of duplication in terms of the requests. So if you can just, you know, stick to either the eRegister request or directly to me, rest assured nothing will go unprocessed, okay? So I've already highlighted who I am, and again, it's a pleasure for me to be your principal and to be here live supporting you. I am looking at hosting another session this Friday. I will put out the invitation shortly after this session. And really, it's an opportunity for you to connect with me. I just thought year over year as the principal, I never really get a chance to meet everyone. And so this would be an opportunity for me to reach out, let you know who I am, what I look like in this virtual program of ours, and that I am here to support our staff and our students and to wish you, again, a very successful summer experience with us. So I've highlighted who I am. I've highlighted that our Session 2 program begins today. I've also highlighted that we are continuing with registration in our Session 2 program up until this Friday. I would, however, not encourage you to be procrastinators. If you are making that decision, please make that decision sooner than later to register with us as classes officially start today. The other thing I want to mention is we can't forget we're also halfway through Session 1. And Session 1, we have currently over 4,000 students that are active and registered and working in their courses. Session 1, we just hit our midterm. And so if you are trying to join in this broadcast to ask questions, that would be awesome. Make any comments. But I do want to provide one important update, and that is that before week's end, so by this Friday at the very latest, your teacher will be sharing details about your culminating activities, final exams, when they're happening, where they're happening. In particular, for 4U grade 12 university level courses, the final exam will be face-to-face, will be Thursday, July the 27th, here at the board office at 80 Shepherd Avenue East. The only thing that you're going to be finding out, grade 12 university students that is whether your face-to-face exam will be from 9 to 12 or from 1 to 4. And that information will be provided by Friday. We just have way too many grade 12 university level courses to be able to host them all at once in terms of final exams. So we're going to be basically hosting them Thursday, July 27th, but there'll be a segment in the morning and a segment in the afternoon. Okay? All right. Before I go to the chat area, I wanted to acknowledge that yesterday, for some unforeseen reason, a lot of students were unable to log in. We've worked closely with D2L, the vendor, and I think all has been resolved in terms of if you were able to log in the day before, then you should be able to log in now. So please give it a go and let us know otherwise. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start looking at the chat. A lot of activity here in the chat. We're up to 84 viewers. That's fantastic. So in looking at the chat, I noticed that Matrix Gaming Inc. and Kyle are acknowledging that they don't see their courses. So there is not a very simple answer to that, and that is because if you have completed your registration online as a non-TCDSB student, and if you've received an acceptance email, and if you've dropped off your paperwork and what have you, then yes, then that would be a concern because your registration would have been completed, and so you should see your active course. If, however, you haven't completed any of those steps I just mentioned, then you have to make sure that you've received that acceptance email from us and that you've dropped off your forms, and then we will process things within the 24-hour span for you to be enrolled in your course. Okay? The other thing, folks, and again, I'm not trying to inconvenience anyone, but the other thing you can do is you can drop into the board office. And if you're a TCDSB student, let me just make sure I clarify, and you're wanting to register, it would be best if you drop into the board office, and we will take care of registration for TCDSB students on the spot. Just bring in your OEN number and your student card just to verify information, and we can have you put it into your course on the spot. If you're a non-TCDSB student, it's really important that you first complete the registration process online, and that could be done at www.tcdsb.org/continuing ed, all one word. Create your account for the Con Ed department, and then activate your account, and then go back in, select your eClass course or courses you wish to be enrolled in, and then print off your registration form. Bring a copy of either your transcript or your credit counseling summary. Head on over to the board office and we will have you registered on the spot. Okay? For a list of dates and times this week, we'll have people here to support you. Please go to www.tcdsb.org/eClass and look up all the walk-in support sessions. I believe today we are on until 10 to 5 for today, and we're just sitting right in the main lobby area. And so for the rest of the week, rather, including Friday, we are here from 10 to 5 to process your registrations, but also pop in if you need any help with navigating your online course, in case you need a password reset, in case you need to know how to submit an assignment, in case you need to know how to contact your teacher. Drop in. We have an e-learning teacher on site that can sit with you and that can support your needs. Okay? So I'm going to continue scanning the chat. If I fall behind on an activity or if I am late, can I still redo it? So Arash, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to reach out to your teacher right away and become very familiar with what the schedule of events is within your course. Up to a face-to-face course in regular day school or summer school, you can't just choose when you're going to submit work or not. You're handing stuff in when the teacher is asking you to hand stuff in. Same thing goes online. Your teacher, I'm pretty sure, has set up a calendar or has informed you within a news item that, or in the calendar widget, that things are due. And so you're going to be working closely with them to submit, to provide, to let them know you'd like some guidance or instruction or feedback, so that by the time you actually submit your work or complete your evaluation, you've experienced some sort of deeper learning, that when you're submitting your work, you're pretty confident that you've submitted not your first draft, but your final draft that reflects a deeper level of understanding, okay? So reach out to your teacher and don't procrastinate. Let them know, hey, I've got a question about this, or just confirming this is the due date, just wondering if I can have an extra 30 minutes. You can't blindside your teacher because they've got a lot of work coming in from a whole bunch of different students. And if you're going to start playing around with when you're submitting things, you're just going to be off sync in terms of working with the rest of your class, and also giving your teacher enough time that they've already planned for based on these due dates to mark work and give you feedback and provide regular mark updates. So if you're going to throw that whole schedule off and not even provide notice, or not be in regular contact with your teacher, you're not going to get a favorable response from your teacher, because they're working really closely to support you and the rest of the class, okay? Trinity, for session 1, will your end mark affect your placement in day school honor roll? If you get below 60 in eClass, will you be removed from honor roll? No, that's not the case, okay? Good morning, Mr. Math Toronto. Hannah, do we do anything today, or is it introductory? Hannah, today's your first day. Log in, get to know your teacher, get to know your classmates. And the one thing I'll mention is that because we've maintained that registration is going to stay open until Friday, there are students in session 2 that could potentially start their course this weekend or on Monday. So, basically, although your teachers are going to engage you right away to make sure that you're active and that you're going to remain in the course, there are students that will be joining a little bit later, let's say by Friday at the latest, or Monday at the latest. And so they will still have a chance to keep up with the work and submit work a bit later. Okay? I'm just going to pause just for 1 second. All right. So it's definitely not introductory. You want to get in there. You want to get to know the space. You want to get to know the teacher. You want to look at your class list. You want to check out discussions. You want to visit Dropbox. You want to become familiar with your online course, so that if you have questions, ask your teacher. Now you're probably sitting there saying, okay, well, how do I contact my teacher? It's very simple. All you have to do is click on the class list link once you're in your course. And once you go to the class list, you'll notice that there is one teacher identified as teacher in the role area, or the role column. Just click on the teacher's name and it'll open up a window so that you can email them directly. Okay? All right. Just looking at Moon. Hello. I would like to ask if I'm doing science for eClass. So what you can do is you can email me directly. You've got my email there, joe.russo@tcdsb.org. Include your OEN number, and if you're a TCDSB student, include your username and your day school, so that way it's easier for us to locate your timetable, and we'll give you a response back. Okay. Hello there is their actual username. I like that. Hello there. Was wondering when eClass ends. So session 1 ends July 31st, and session 2 starts today and ends August 14th. Okay. Next question. I noticed that some of you are responding to other students' questions. You're awesome. Thanks so much for helping me out with that. Evangeline, how long should you spend working on assignments per day? Well, I mean, it's not just working on assignments. You should be regularly logging in, and you should be regularly checking out the discussions. You should be submitting work even ahead of time to your teacher to ask for feedback and making sure that what you're working on and the path you're taking in terms of completing your assignments or completing your essays and so on and so forth, you're on the right path. So submit your work regularly to your teacher and get that feedback. But the bottom line is you can't just look at being online. If I was taking an online course, I would check in every day and I would make sure that I'm aware of what's happening. And it doesn't mean that I'm always online working. If there's an assignment that I don't have to be online, that I've downloaded and I'm working offline, that doesn't mean you're not in your course, right? So just like when you're at a face-to-face course, you're in the space. I know you're there for 6 hours or 5.5 hours, but when you're in that space, that time could be used to do your work and to get that feedback with your teacher, from your teacher. And so that counts as being part of, day school. So when you're in an online course, same thing. You're in the online space, you're getting to know what's happening every day, you're connecting with your teacher, your classmates, but you're also working offline. You don't always have to be online, and regularly checking in. Okay, so I hope that clarifies. There's really no dedicated time. I know some of you are posting that a good 1 to 3 hours is good enough. It really depends on your course. If I'm taking English and I've checked in with my online class and my teacher, and it says here that this is my work and this is the activity, and go off and do a research essay on this, then I don't have to be logged in. I can be working offline or using other resources to create my work, right? So 1 to 3 hours, awesome. That would be a great suggestion, because I believe that in that range of 1 to 3 hours, you're either in your course or you're working on your homework, right? So again, another question from Hannah. And assignments are all done on a computer. What if I'm going to Japan and will only have an iPad? Great question, Hannah. Before you take off, you want to make sure that you have the tools to not just do your work, but make sure that you're able to do your work well and earn the grades and develop the skills that you really want to develop in. And so I'm pretty sure that you would be able to use an iPad to do what it is you need to do. And the real test is that you want to make sure that you're able to upload files, right? So if you're using an iPad, then you have to make sure you have access to your Google Drive or your iCloud or any kind of cloud storage that's going to be housing your documents so that you can access and then upload into your Dropbox, for example. Okay. All right. If you're just looking at Sayak, sorry if I mispronounced your names. If your Wi-Fi breaks, how do you contact your teacher and tell them your assignment will be late? Well, that's a great question. It's a very good question, because the whole fact that you've committed to an online course means you understand that you need to have regular access to Wi-Fi, the internet in general, but also technology. iPads, mobile phones, your laptops, a desktop. And so all I can say is that it happens to us here as well, that the Wi-Fi goes down, but immediately thereafter, you need to contact your teacher and say, from this point to this point, I wasn't able to access. The other thing, folks, you need to think proactively, right? Obviously, you didn't anticipate the Wi-Fi going down, so you should try and make your way to a McDonald's, anywhere that offers free Wi-Fi, a public library if possible. And if you're on vacation, hotels have Wi-Fi, and immediately reconnect and send your teacher an email as soon as possible. Okay? Are the teachers mainly here to support us along the way and mark our assignments? So Frederick, just like in day school or face-to-face experience, the creativity around how teachers facilitate their courses is limitless. It could involve videos. The experience could involve more interactive content. It could involve face-to-face. It could involve online conferencing. The bottom line is, in terms of workflow, how it could look like, and the experience, the learning experience, how it could look like in each course is different. So if your course is set up with a whole bunch of content pages and your teacher has provided a list of things for you to do, you have to think about proactive strategies based on how you learn. And so if you think that you need to go through the content yourself, and then you come up with your own list of questions, then you need to do that quickly. You need to email your teacher. You need to be very organized and say, if possible, can I please have some feedback on these questions by 4 o'clock today, as I will be working from 5 to 7 o'clock tonight, whatever the case may be. Lead your teacher. It's not to say that they're going to meet everyone's needs based on everyone's schedule, but they're going to try to establish a time where they're dedicated online or they're working offline to make sure that they can provide you the feedback within the time frame you recommended, because they're trying to understand the whole class is schedule. Okay. And so you want to provide feedback to your teacher, not just in how you learn, but also in letting them know your own schedule. And so they'll try to offer feedback. They'll try to offer time to be online and to engage and interact with each student based on your feedback. So let them know when you're available. Okay. Okay, a lot of questions. Awesome. Tareem, I emailed e-register for the second session, but haven't heard back. Should I be worried? No, they are trying to get to all the emails. Trust me, I've got about 4 people working on emails right now behind the scenes. Excuse me, Amir, if I fall behind an activity, is it too late to redo it? I think you've already asked this question. You need to reach out to your teacher. And if you're going to be late in submitting things regularly, then obviously it is a problem. But if there's a one-off where for whatever reason you're submitting something late, I'm sure they'll work with you on that. Okay. Melanie, what if you're out of town and cannot go to Toronto and pick up the report card at the end of the session? So Melanie, if you're unable to pick up your report card, we will mail it out. You just want to confirm your address, right? So through your teacher, confirm your address so that we email your report card to the correct address. Okay. Ariane, July 27 or 31st, I think I transferred from the first session. Okay. I can't get into my courses. Just looking at, I think I may have defaulted back to the top of the chat. I'm sorry about that. Let me keep going. Let me keep going here. Wait, session 2 starts today. Yes. Okay. I am a non-TCSB student. I am currently in an eClass first, but I can't see my course for session 2, which I've also registered for. I know I got an email from you, John, so someone is working on that. This thing seems to default back at the top of the chat. I'm sorry, folks. Just scanning through the questions here to make sure I answer everyone's question. Okay, how does session 1 exam work? So I mentioned this off the top. The exams are going to be face-to-face for grade 12 university level students only. And they will be held here at the board office at 80 Shepherd Avenue East on July the 27th. Your teachers will let you know by the end of this week whether you're writing your exam from 9 to 12 or from 1 to 4. It won't be either or. You'll either be here in the morning or in the afternoon. Okay? New assignments. Okay. So I'm looking at Bashman. If I click on new assignments, it's not working. It's saying error. What do I do, sir? If I click on new assignments and it's not working, let your teacher know. Okay. Happy National Caviar Day. Cool. Okay. Never tried caviar, actually. Can I do this class without Microsoft Word? Yes, you can. You should be able to, but don't quote me on that. It depends on whether you're... I know that there are Word files within each course, potentially, so you should try to click on them, and if you can't access them, let your teacher know, and hopefully they can figure out an alternative format for those documents, okay? Okay. You don't want to email last minute when they aren't online. Okay. I don't have my TCDSB login. I've emailed you, but haven't gotten a response. So, Abdon, if you are a TCDSB student, your login is the first 6 letters of your last name, and it's basically the same login as you would access a computer at your school or the Wi-Fi. If you're a non-TCDSB student, your username is your OEN number. You just need a password from us. So if you've emailed me, trust me, I've got it, or I've passed it on for someone to assist you soon, okay? Bitsu, are there going to be any group projects that require us to contact specific classmates outside of the online classroom? I'm not sure. It depends on what your teacher has set up as learning opportunities for you and your students and your classmates. So reach out to your teacher and ask them that question. I don't think there's an expectation that you'll be seeing each other face to face, as these are online courses. And there could be people from all over the province that are registered and enrolled in your course. Okay? Mr. Math Toronto, if you do not have Microsoft Word, then you can download the file using Google Docs to work with the files. That's correct. Okay? Hannah, so we email our teachers for questions, not to hand in assignments? No, because when you're submitting your assignments, you'd be submitting your assignments via the Dropbox folder that is appropriate for each assignment. So each Dropbox is going to be titled specific to an assignment that you're working on, okay? You email them, okay. Moon, yo, I got the wrong class. Okay, so you're going to have to let us know, okay? We, again, are trying to support over 6,000 students. We may make a mistake here and there, so let us know. And again, always be polite, folks. There's no room for being rude, because we're doing our best, okay? And I know you want to get things started, and you won't be punished, because you've registered late and all the way up until Friday, okay? All right. Meta, if I'm retaking a course that I already completed, but did worse than I originally did, would my final course mark be the better one? If I'm retaking, yes. So you'll see both on your transcript, though. Okay. Sarah, so will our teachers be understandable if we need an extra day for assignments? Sarah, that's a sensitive question, because again, the best person that can discuss this with you is your teacher, because your teacher will have a calendar, a schedule for events that not only tries to factor in everyone's availability, but also the teacher's availability, and also the whole sequence of events within the course, right? If everyone moves away from that schedule, then you're not participating in discussions at the same time. Then your teacher won't be able to provide feedback in a timely manner, because they can't just pick up and work whenever things are submitted. I mean, you're looking at a lot of students in a course, 20, 30, 40 students. So the teacher needs you to adhere to that schedule, so that, number one, obviously that's a signal that taking this course is a priority in your life right now. But at the same time, you're sticking to the timelines because your teacher wants to provide that timely feedback, so that you can improve upon your work, so that you can work towards skill development. You can work towards deeper learning. You can work towards the mark that you deserve, okay? So approaching your teacher on a regular basis and asking for an extension is not the way to go. Summer school is 19 school days. There is no room for error. One day is the equivalent of a week of regular day school, really. So you do not want to fall behind, and you want to work closely with your teacher. They are understanding, but again, you need to work very closely with them, okay, as they're supporting many students, many schedules, many learning needs, okay? Okay, just checking all these questions here. Can I use Google Docs to do my assignments or only Microsoft Word? If you use Google Docs, you can always download, once you're completed, a PDF copy of what you're doing in Google Docs, because you won't be able to submit a Google Doc. You won't be able to upload a Google Doc into Dropbox, but you can work in a Google Doc, download a PDF copy of your work, and upload it into your Dropbox, okay? Both my brother and I have session 2 eClass courses. Can you pick up both of our report cards? That's fine. Rena, there is no civics and careers assignment, correct? Only an ISP. You mean an exam? Rena, I hope you're referring to an exam. Again, can you please confirm that with your teacher? There's no face-to-face exam. I can confirm that. Anthony, hello. I'm in session 1 of data management, and I'm just wondering if we will have a 1 to 2 break from work to study and do review for final exams. Great question. That is a great question for your teacher, because I'm meeting with teachers online tomorrow, and part of our meeting is going to be talking about setting up each course and each student for final exams and culminating activities. And I'm pretty sure that since final exams are almost a week away, and culminating activities are almost a week away, that your teacher is already working on a plan to offer you final exam review and to offer you that opportunity to prepare and set yourselves up for success for both culminating activities and final exam review, okay? But again, reach out to your teacher, okay? Question came in around mark transfers. So I did share this information earlier. And so final mark transfers for the TCDSP students will take place on August the 5th. And I believe for session 1 and for session 2 by August 14th, okay? For non-TCDSP students, you have to pick up your final report card at the board office, and bring it over to either the post-secondary institution you're applying for that's waiting for your mark, or bringing it to your school board and letting them update your profile, your OSR, and they will transfer the marks for you. If you're out of the area and you're unable to pick up your report card will be mailed by the first week of August, okay, for session 1. And for session 2, if you're not picking up your report card, your report card will be mailed out by the third week of August, okay? Okay, Dawn, I signed up for grade 12 college, and my front page is saying, welcome to grade 11 university math, PS. Okay, Dawn, send me an email and I'll look after that for you, okay? Can I pick up my session 1 and session 2 report card at the CC on the same day? Yes, but you're gonna have to wait until the end of session 2, which is going to be, the report cards will be available August 15th, okay? All right. Just looking at the rest of the chat. Okay, Jessica, when and how long should I be online? Jessica, we talked about this. There's no real prescribed amount of time you have to be online, because it depends on your course. You should log in every day. You should find out from your teachers and your classmates what's happening. And depending on the way the content is set up and what your teacher has set up for you, you may not have to be in the course while doing your coursework. So you have to figure that out yourself, okay, while you're in the space. If you're not sure, reach out to your teacher, go to the class list within your course, click on the teacher's name, and send them an email, okay? Alejandra, I was supposed to start my session 2 classes today, but my courses don't appear, and I have been informed it is delayed. Since my classes are delayed, will that affect my assignments that are due? No, they won't, because students are registering up until this Friday, and so the expectation is that teachers know that students could submit work as late as Monday, but only for those students that are joining the class late. Okay. I noticed that you're communicating with one another. That's awesome. I can't log in because I do have to reset my password, but when I input my old password, okay, Jay, send me the email because I think I know what the issue is with you. So, and Trinity is answering a lot of our questions. You're awesome, Trinity Agnew. So, J0729, send me an email and we'll work on that, okay? Okay, so hello there is asking, how does session 1 exams work? If you're writing a face-to-face exam, because you're in a grade 12 university level course, then you will be writing your exam here at the CEC, 80 Shepherd Avenue East, either from 9 to 12 in the morning or 1 to 4 in the afternoon. Your teacher will provide that information. If you're writing an online exam, your teacher will provide that information on July, and that exam will happen online on July 27th. Okay? All right, Mr. Russo, I'm a graduate and not going back to high school. I can't drop off my report card as my university is 5 hours away. I was told by OUAC at my university to get it faxed from the school office. So again, that kind of request, these requests do come in. Let me know, again, closer to the date because I'm not going to remember. And I will see how I can help you with that. Okay? All right. Hannah, this sounds so complicated working on Google Drive. Should I just get a laptop somehow? Hannah, I know you're saying that you're just working with the iPad. Play around a little bit. If you need my help, come down to the board office and I'll try to help you understand how to use just an iPad to complete the workflow around trying to just use your iPad and uploading work. Okay? You're more than welcome. I'd be very happy to help you. LOL, I'm so confused. Come down, and if you need the help, Hannah, I'll help you out, okay? No problem. No problem, D-Studio. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions. Thank goodness I had 2 coffees this morning in order to keep up. Maybe I'll transition to a Red Bull eventually. But, you know, these are exciting times. As a principal, I get to communicate through this kind of platform with all of you. And teaching math for about 3 years now. I used to teach math. And now as a vice principal during the school year and as principal during the summer, I really do enjoy the opportunity to connect with students and really listen to them and try and help them out because that's what it's all about. So I think there are a few more questions here. I emailed you register to switch to session 2. How long will it take? So Bushido, we are doing our best. If you've emailed e-register, I know that we've got 3 people responding just to e-register and 1 person helping me. So that's 4 people on the back end that are trying to answer emails, answer phone calls, and do all that great stuff to help you out, okay? Will I have missed work since I cannot log in? No, Abdon, no, you won't. We will try to get to your email and to support you. And students know that you will have up until Monday, this following Monday, to get into your course, be active, and submit your work. Okay? Quinton, will there be video tutorials as well for courses? Video tutorials in how to use your course. You can email me and, well actually, a quicker, an easier way for you to get that help is once you've logged in, there will be on the home page of our course, there will be a link to a website that's called coursehelp.ca, and that's for students. And if you go there, there's a whole summary of videos that allows you to become familiar with how to navigate your online course. Okay? Yuri, so Sarah, do I have to submit everything to V2L? Yes. Yuri, does the teacher check the assignment right away or no? Yuri, I'm pretty sure that, you know, if there is a due date, or if you've proactively reached out to your teacher letting them know that you'll be submitting work by a certain time, they will have that expectation that it will be there, and they will do their best to give you that feedback, turn over your assignment and mark it as soon as possible. Again, folks, I will be completely direct with you and let you know that if there is a delay in getting work back to you and marks updated, I can assure you that there's a big probability, a very high probability, that a lot of students aren't submitting their work on time, which is not good. So you want to develop that workflow with your teacher and submit stuff on time and allow them that schedule, stick to that schedule to be able to give you that regular feedback, that timely feedback, and regular mark updates. Okay, so try to stick to those timelines that they give you. Okay, do teachers have any way to contact them other than email? Ask your teacher. Let them know that if possible, if there's any other way to be contacted, they will let you know. Okay. If we applied for the second session of the same course, do we have to hand in the assignment for the first sessions that's due today? No, if you've made that formal request, Tareem, then you're basically, I mean, I would let your teacher know in session 1 saying I've made the request to switch over to session 2, because you're going to have a whole other teacher, and you're starting completely from scratch. The assignments, everything has to be done all over again. Okay. Abdon, was MCT canceled for session 2? No, Abdon. Sorry about the phone calls we made last week or earlier this week. We just wanted to make sure you knew where you stood. And there was a time about a week and a half ago where enrollment was very low for MCT, so we were thinking about canceling it. But now we have enough students, so MCT is not canceled. Okay. Hannah, so when do we start getting to work? Today. Get to work. When will I get a chance to meet my teacher? So Jessica, the only time you're really going to meet your teacher face to face is if you're taking an online, sorry, if you're taking a grade 12 university level course, then you'll meet them at the exam on July 27th. If not, should your teacher host sessions like the ones I'm hosting, that could be an option. If not, over the phone, if they call you, or basically through email within the course. Okay. Meta, for assignments, are we allowed to submit drafts to teachers? Yeah, let them know that you'd like that opportunity, and I'm sure that they will support that request. I'm traveling, I can't go to the office. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Hannah, I really do think you need to work on that workflow piece if you're working on just an iPad. Okay. All right. I think that's it for now. I want to remind you that when I decide to host these sessions, I try to send everyone emails. I do have a mass list of about 6,000 emails, email addresses, that is. And so what you can do to get notifications that these broadcasts are happening is either subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, or follow me on Twitter at TCDSB eLearn. I'm also on Instagram at TCDSB eLearn, and I try to put out as much notice as possible to let you know that these events are happening. They've been very well received, and I get really pumped up about being online with you guys, because all these questions, all of this support that you're requesting, it just means that you're better able to start your course, engage with your teacher or your classmates, and have a better learning experience, which is what we want, which is why we're working so hard, so that you have these opportunities. Okay. A couple more questions have come in. Where do I learn the information? Is it posted in content, or do I have to find YouTube? So Sarah, all of your content is going to be within your course. And so you're going to want to have a look at the content area. You're going to want to have a look at the information that your teacher posts as news items, excuse me, because they'll direct you as to where to go, which pages to access, okay? Thank you, Trinity. Okay. Okay, hello there, don't leave. Okay, I'm still here. Thank you, Mr. Math Toronto. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Math. You too. How should we log in? Jessica Sinha. So Jessica, you're going to go to tcdsb.elearningontario.ca. No problem, Tareem. No problem, Sarah. So tcdsb.elearningontario.ca. If you're a TCDSB student, you click on the TCDSB button on the login page, and your network ID and password will get you in. If you're a non-TCDSB student, obviously then you would click on the non-TCDSB login button, and your username would be your OEN, and your password, you would have gotten the password from us, okay? And when's the next live broadcast? I think I'm going to aim for Friday. I want to check in with you guys to see how you're doing, since Friday is the last day of registration for session 2, okay? Sir, is it possible to meet our teacher? Again, make that request with your teacher, and you know, if you need that arranged and they're able to do so, we can make an arrangement here at the board office, and I'll try to reserve a classroom for you guys. Hannah, is it bad that I'm still a little confused? No, not at all. I think the big confusion is just working on the iPad. If you can make it into the board office, I'm pretty sure I can help you out. Okay. Bella Alba, thanks so very much. Nice of you to have a wonderful summer. Thank you. Same to you. JQ, if I started session 2 today, can I start my assignments now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, how many more lives are there going to be? As many as you need. Okay. If we are not able to log in, will we receive an email from our teacher? So Jessica, if you're not able to log in, again, send me an email if you haven't done so already, and we will try to assist you as soon as possible. Okay? All right. So folks, again, I'm hoping that not only are you working and achieving success within your online course, I'm also hoping you're taking the time to enjoy summer when it doesn't rain. And so I'm coaching a couple of my son's soccer teams, and it's raining all the time. So I'm pretty disappointed at this weather right now, but take a break, take some time to get out there and enjoy the summer, connect with your friends and family, but also do your very best, connect with your teacher regularly, connect with me, and let's make this a worthwhile, successful summer for you. Okay? And with that, I will end this broadcast, and I will be in touch with you again this Friday. Okay? All right. And I can see the chat is still going on. You guys keep chatting away, and I leave you with, again, a good luck on session 2, and we'll talk very soon. Take care. Bye for now.